And we're live. What's going on, everyone? What's up, YouTube? Steve JMO. It is 4:28 Eastern Standard Time. It is now the 1st of August, 2019. And for some odd reason, I thought it was the first all day yesterday, but that's okay. No harm, no foul. Didn't go live. Didn't put the wrong date out there. So, because yesterday was a rather long day for me, because after I got this new laptop here, the Wi-Fi connections in the house weren't up to par, so I got a Wi-Fi extender, which I personally don't even really use for Wi-Fi because I just plug the Ethernet cord in there, so now we're hardwired. So the connection strength should be perfect and stay perfect, so there should be no more crashes. No one should be crying, so it should be good. But so this is gonna be a stream about flat Earth and Sun Simulator, and we might get into some other topics, going off a rant, but those are two topics that I'm really familiar with, and just well researched in, and yeah, those two things you can capture on a daily basis. So, like, why not have an interest in those things if they're just right there in your face every day? So, so with that being said, we'll do the flat Earth stuff first. So I don't know which one this is. Yep. So this is at Peaked Mountain in Munson, Massachusetts. It's a good little trail, about 11 to 1300 feet in the air. Don't quite remember, but here, we'll kill the volume and we'll blow it up. Oh, we'll play mini, I guess. Blow it up. So that's Peaked Mountain, about 5-10 miles from my house. Beautiful, beautiful view. That is the east side view. I was on the west side earlier, but there were so many clouds in the way of the sunset, you couldn't take a picture. You can thank that to Operation Solar Shield. But just look at how flat it is. And I'm not even zoomed in. Look how far you can see. And look at that. That's a 5G cell tower if you don't know what that is. Those are something to look into. The 2020 5G agenda is one of the most scariest agendas to look into because it's so real and it affects everyone on this planet pretty much. But you can see for miles. So say you were on a globe, you wouldn't be able to see those mountains in the back because there'd be a dip in the curve. And I'm going to zoom in now. Yeah, that you shouldn't be able to see over that second mountain probably if the math is right. There's no way I should see those mountains. Those mountains are out past like Hadley, which is about 25-30 miles away from me. And God, I don't even know how far those mountains are. Those are just due east. Those are like past Sturbridge. It's like pretty much shooting Route 20, Route 90, just straight east. Like if you go in those woods and just keep walking that way, you'll end up in Boston at some point. But and look at the clouds I got coming over me. Operation Solar Shield every day. Every single day. Right when the sun goes down, it could be beautiful all day. There's something always obscuring the sun. Yeah, something fishy about that sun too. It's crazy. But we'll get out of there and we'll go through some of the images. Let's not start with the most zoomed in picture. Let's seems like it's zoomed in as well. Come on, Steve. Nice 5G cell tower right there. Can we just get a baseline picture anywhere? No. Actually, I think that was. So yeah, that's baseline, right? Then you zoom in. Assuming one of these is. Oh God, what did I do? Look at that. That's what I did. Okay. Hey, that's baseline. That's the valley. Horizon meets your eye level, if you notice that. Even 1,300 feet, even 33,000 feet. And you zoom in, and you just get more mountains in the distance. It's a flat plane, ladies and gentlemen. And if anything, it's sure as hell not a globe. Sure as hell not a globe. Just zoomed. You can literally almost see to New York on the west side of this. It's crazy. Same thing with just Goat Rock and Hamden. It's like 700. It's like 500 feet in the air, if that. And you could see so far. Just simple proofs that show us that we're a globe. It's crazy.
Right. My job, that's okay, because I want to.
Yeah.
We can get there. Should be over there. I'll just use that window. There we go.
Literally, and it's just in your face every morning. So I got some images from that. We got a baseline, hopefully. Pretty much, yeah. So that's what I get every morning. That you could see the sun. Oh, good God. So you can say whatever you want about these. My opinion's already formed. That's not the sun that I remember. Yeah, lights coming out of it. It's just crazy. Like if it was a perfect circle, like there wouldn't be anything like that coming out of it. It's just wild. They pass that as a sun, and people don't even bat an eye. Look at that thing. White, hot, in your face. You can look right at it. And there you got your 6 beams of light indicating a hexagonal pattern. Here they are again. There they are. Baseline, chemtrails. It's incredible. They've switched our sun. They've switched our sun from yellowy orange ball that was created by God to some hexagonal white machine of light that's obviously been created by man with the help of fallen angels. It wouldn't be 6 points on it if it wasn't demonic. You know, that's just what I gotta say about it. It's crazy the world we live in. People blatantly just deny reality, and they can't come to. They just can't come to the. I don't know if they can't come to understand or if they're afraid to understand. Whichever one it is, they people have got to just. They got to wake up sooner or later, because I think it's already too late if you're not awake. Because if you just don't get it by now, you're never going to get it. Like, if you still think that NASA is a legit space agency and that the Earth is a sphere and Albert Einstein is the greatest scientist that was alive and Neil deGrasse Tyson is legit, and you watch Joe Rogan and think you're an informed, intelligent human being who goes to TED Talks and has all the fancy boat shoes, and you look like one of them, and you talk like one of them, you get your hair done every other week, and you're just playing part of the system. They got you fooled, and it's most likely too late for someone like you to realize the truth, because first of all, at that point, you're not going to want to know the truth. If your life is a lie, but your life is pretty good, and just keep living the lie, right? No, absolutely not. Not for me. But a lot of other people, they're just gonna, like, oh, well, it's been working out so far for me, so what, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, if you're just helping the system and you're helping enslave yourself, like, why keep doing it? It's crazy. Sooner or later, there's gonna be people like myself who just aren't gonna get up and go to work anymore. Not because we're lazy and don't want to. It's just because it's just not worth it. You go to work, you work your balls off, you only get like 65 to 72% of what you actually make, because the state and the federal government take the rest of your money. That's the thing I don't understand about all these foreigners coming into the country, like America, land of the free, home of the brave. Like, I don't know anything in this country that's free besides air, but you get taxed on living, so is that even free? There's nothing free in America. You get taxed on the water, your land, your house, your property, your children, your dogs, your cats, your TV, your clothes, your food. You want me to go on? You get taxed on everything. It's ridiculous, and people come here looking for salvation and freedom and a new start. Like, no. Like, the smart people are trying to get the fuck out of here. Like, this place it's going to hell. And the whole world's going to hell. And people are and they're going to just walk into it hand in hand, and no one's going to even notice when their leader has, 6 heads and whatever. It's just me talking, but something dark is here. Something darker is coming, and you just gotta, buckle down and get ready, because there's a storm coming, people. Like, life might be alright right now, but don't take it for granted. That's all I could say about that, because anything can happen at any time now. You have all these crazy organizations doing crazier things that they're not even talking about they do, and who even knows what can come out of anything like that, Look at the whole artificial intelligence community. They don't even know what they're talking to, but it's talking back to them, and that's good enough of a reason to keep funding them. Apparently, I don't think so, but like, man, the world we live in is just
done a 180 since I've started like noticing, you know? Like I'm 24 now, and I've been aware that there's something wrong in the world for a long time. I wouldn't say my whole life, but a good chunk of it. I can remember being in fourth grade, third grade, looking at all these kids like, what the, you know, like this is what we're gonna. This is the youth of the country right here in this classroom, and it's crazy because I never got good grades in school. I kind of just slid by, showed up, did my thing a little bit, did a little here, a little there, get a C, get a D, get by, and it, you can't even have a conversation with these people that got A pluses in school because they're too concerned with what's going on in the stock market. Is Fox Business on? What are the Democrats up to? What about the Podesta emails? It's all this bullshit to keep you in their little circus and pony play. Like it's people gotta realize that the dollar bill does not run your life. It only runs it because you let it. You know, the American public and the public or the general public of the world need to take a stand for themselves before we're not even allowed to. Hey, look at what's going on in China right now with the social crediting system. It's just bizarre. Like you can't even think about doing something that's against the government without being penalized. It's an autonomic system. So you don't even know when you're getting penalized until you go to the store and realize you're not eligible to buy produce for a week or whatever it may be, Like they penalize you. You're not allowed to, you can have all the money you have, all your credits, but what's good at all these credits if you can't spend them? So that's the steps that America's running to or is taking itself into. Because the whole social credit system in China, it's all U.S. Intelligence-based, funded and operated. And then you have on paper that U.S. and China trade tariffs are falling apart, this, that, and the other thing, making our communication and, what would you call it, their partnership, like not good. But in reality, it couldn't be better. Because their main goal is to enslave the public, and they're doing a good job of it because no one's even noticing it. Everyone's got their head down at their iPhone screens trying to get the latest album. It's crazy. Or download the latest People magazine to see what Zac Efron's up. Who gives a fuck what these people are up to? What are you up to? Like, what have you done today that like people gotta start doing things for themselves and stop living for others. Because they'll see what some $54 billion net worth movie star is wearing, and think that they can go out and wear the same things. Like, no, that it's not. First of all, that's not how it works, and second of all, you don't want to look or be like these people. If your net worth is $45 billion, you probably had to do a lot of bad things to get to that money, unless you just hit the $45 billion jackpot that don't even exist, so it's just crazy the world we're living in. We just got to be more humble as people and just realize there's a whole spiritual aspect to this that hasn't been talked about for hundreds of years, and it's going to be key in the next 5 to 10 years. So we need to start educating ourselves on how to take on spiritual battles and how to just wake ourselves up spiritually. The only way to do it is through God, creation, Christ, and just understanding that everything that Scientology and scientism is just bullcrap, and it's all demonic plan, driven from Satan himself. So until we realize that, there's not too much to talk about. So I'm gonna get off here now. I just want to get on, and I'm pretty impressed with the live stream on this new Hardwire. So And we got nothing that's been dropping. But so I'm gonna sign up out of here. If anyone wants to contact me, do whatever. Email is scuba2114 at gmail. Leave a comment. I'm sure I'll see it. And take care. God bless, and have a good day, everyone. Take care.